Hello YouTube, I'm going to do another video here tonight on my 2004 PT Cruiser. Just got this a couple days ago. This is the GT 5-speed and this will be my second video. So I've read through the instruction manual, got to know the car a little bit, and thought it would be cool to do a video on some of the unique features of this car. I've had about 50 cars, and this has some things on it that are pretty either rare or unique. So I did just clean it up and he polished up real nice, and read through the instruction manual, which might seem crazy, but I learned some things. So I'm gonna take you through them, and kind of a little preview here. Have a couple mods I'm thinking about, not much, but I ordered a panel filter. I found myself a spare PCM from a manual tranny, and I'm found a guy working on getting this reprogrammed. There's this Mopar Stage 1 tunes that Chrysler made back at the beginning of time, and I don't think you can find them anymore officially, but the word on the street is that they actually had a Stage 2 and Stage 3, which were probably Stage 2. I would just make a guess and say it was probably like intake exhaust injectors, and then Stage 3 was probably a larger turbo and intercooler. But those never came. They never made it. I've talked to a few people that are in the know. So the Stage 1, apparently, again, I'm brand new to this platform, was all that was ever released, but it does add like a 10% bump. So the horsepower, from what I've read, again, all this is kind of foggy because there's not a lot of info out there, but horsepower bumps up to like 245, and then torque bumps up to like 272, so somewhere at 270, somewhere in there. So also got these awesome badges. I tried to get, as I mentioned in my last video, the PT Loser custom plate, but someone else in Georgia already beat me to it. In any case, I did find those Loser Edition badges, and I might find a place to put those. And yeah. So, because you can't take yourself too seriously. All right, here's 10 cool, unique things about the PT Cruiser. I don't know if this applies to all PT Cruisers. This is a Gen 1, which is the 2000 to 2005 models. So the Gen 2 was the 2006 to 2010 models. So this is a 04, so it's Gen 1. But so these may or may not apply to all PT Cruisers. But first thing is this passenger seat turns into a desk. So I've never had a car and don't know of any cars that do this. So there's actually a second hinge here. It doesn't just go forward, it actually hinges on the second hinge. And then I've heard there's a way to make this completely flat. I haven't gotten that far yet, but in any case, you have a interesting desk, I suppose, to do things. So that's feature one. The passenger seat turns into a work desk. Going on with that same idea, feature two, unique thing about the PT Cruiser is that before the Honda Fit was known for being the car that could fold itself up and fit all kinds of things in, you just push this latch, this goes down, and then you just pull this latch, and this, may need two hands here, rotates up. So this is kind of the idea with the Honda Fit. And then these actually come out. If you finagle these other switches, you can completely take these seats out. So you have quite a cargo space in there if you have all that out. But the Honda Fit started in 2001. The Cruiser did this in 2000. So the Honda Fit is kind of known for this feature. But the Cruiser did it first. That's pretty interesting. I don't know. This may have more room than a Honda Fit too. I don't know. Probably worth checking out. Number three is this shelf. This is really cool. This shelf back here has 5 different positions you can put it in. And it shows right here. I'm not going to demonstrate, but this is in position 1. But it has these other top, middle, floor, vertical, and then the table's the cool one. And you can actually pull this out, and then you fit, it has like a little leg down here, and you fit it into here, and then you have like a little table that like comes out to here, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I've never known of a car that has a 5-position shelf that can also be a table for tailgating. Okay, cool, unique feature number 4 actually is also back here, and this is cool. Never seen a car that does this. If you get trapped back here and your parents leave you, there is a glow-in-the-dark latch. So I've heard of cars with latches, but I've never heard of a car with a glow-in-the-dark escape latch. So if you are stuck back here in your PT Cruiser and they leave you and you can't get out, you pull that glow-in-the-dark latch, and if it's dark, you're gonna see it. And you can get out. It will release the seats and you're free. Incredible. Glow-in-the-dark latch. Who would have thought? Number 5, this is not common, also not unique, but this has a passenger seat bin storage area. And check this out. You can fit both cassettes and CDs in there. So for the year 2003, we've got to find something new. That's a unique feature though, a passenger seat bin. While we're inside here, this is number 6, unique cool features of the PT Cruiser. It's been a long time since I saw a car that had custom coin holders. Now I haven't tried these yet, but I'm going to make the assumption that that's quarters, that's nickels, and that's dimes, and pennies have to fend for themselves in the cup holders or in one of these other storage areas. Also, while we're talking about that one, look at this. What do you suppose could go there? I can think of lots of things, but let's just be safe and say they made that to fit your ink pen. This is the only car that has a custom molded part of the storage area in the center console or anywhere else in the car that is custom molded to hold a writing device. I think that's crazy. Okay, here's another cool one. This one's really cool. All these so far, they're kind of like, this is really cool. So this is the only car I've ever seen or heard of that has 2 different ways to modulate the fan speed. Normally, you have to, if you want air, you turn your guy to one of your settings, and then you push the air compressor button. Well, as you notice, there's no air compressor button here because you have these 4 settings for air. But if you just want to run the fan without the compressor going, you have these 4 settings. And that is so cool. I am someone that doesn't use air often in my cars. So I'm always having to, if I had the air on previous or if my wife did, I have to hit the compressor button, find it, and then hit the fan button. I just want some wind blowing. I have some ventilation. I'll have a window open or whatever. Well, this is really cool. It's very, very interesting. So that's I call that the double fan. Here's another one. Here's number 8, cool, unique. So I have never had a car, and I've had tons of stick shifts. This is a unique shift pattern. I don't know that I've ever seen this in another manual transmission. It has the 5 gears, but instead of reverse being here, reverse is over here. Now you might think, well, that's pretty common with 6 speeds, and I know some Volvos did that. Yes, with a 6-speed, of course, because you have a 6th speed here, but I've never seen a 5-speed. Again, I want to say that I used to have a 4-speed Volvo that was like this, and my Fiesta ST was like this, but again, it had 6 speeds, not 5. So the rare part of this, and the pretty unique thing, is that it's got 5 speeds, but rather than putting reverse over here, they put reverse over here, which is a very strange pattern. And also kind of cool, when you put it in reverse, it gives you 3 beeps, and lets you know you're in reverse on the inside, not on the outside. All right, 2 other things. That's number 8. Number 9, this is really, really, really interesting. I got to show you the instruction manual for this one, because this is kind of a cool feature. We need this in 2023. So the fuel light comes on when you're at 1/8 of a tank, right? The fuel symbol will light, a single chime will sound. The light will remain on until fuel is added. Now here's the cool thing. If the fuel drops, okay, guys, this is amazing. If the fuel, never seen this in a car, if the fuel drops to approximately 1.0 gallons, the fuel symbol will flash several times and the chime will sound several times. So you get a warning that you're running out of gas, and then you get a warning that you're really running out of gas. And I like that. I can't wait to test that, because I was in it with my drive home, and the fuel light came on, and I pulled over after a few miles and stopped because I thought, I don't want to get stuck. I'm in the middle of nowhere. But now I know there's a secret. There's a secret. You can actually wait till it goes to that second level of fuel light warning, and then you have about 1 gallon left. Pretty cool. Okay, last thing, and this is, I said cool and unique because I always read my instruction manuals, and this is the first time in owning 50 cars that I found a typo. Now, they made 1.3 million of these, which means they printed 1.3 million of these. And I am struggling to understand, this is a car that you just kind of hate and love at the same time, how they could have a typo when they printed 1.3 million of these. It's crazy. Here it is. Traction control. The system reduces wheel slip and maintains traction at the driving front wheels by engaging the brake. Of course they meant engaging, but I think that's, I don't know what to think about that. I mean, I really don't. It's just, honestly, it kind of fits the car. Like this car with the turbo and the 5-speed and these like gloss wheels and such. I just feel like I need one of those machine guns from 1928 with like the drum on it, and like I can be driving and I can like hang my left arm out and I can like shoot things with the machine gun. That's what you feel like the way this car looks. That's it. 10 unique things, interesting, unique things about the PT Cruiser. Hey, thanks for watching. Next video, I'm going to do a walk through the car. I'm going to do a video on the, what's different about the GT. Got to look at production numbers and figure out how many of these there actually even were. Sorry about the focus there. And yeah, and then I got a whole bunch of other ideas. So this has been a fun car. Hey, peace to you. God bless you. Thanks for watching.